Hello, time for you. This is Rose Guider. I'm here today for Thirsty Thursday. Let's talk more about our skin. Today I'm going to talk about sunscreens. Very important now. It's starting to get better outside. We're going to be spending more time outside. The days are longer, and we need to make sure that we protect our skin when we go out. And I'm going to tell you why it's important. In doing a lot of the research on the two products that we have in Young Living, the mineral sunscreens SPF 10 and SPF 50, I found some interesting information that I really never understood before. Maybe you knew all about it, but I didn't. I just took it for granted. Thought the higher number was the better. Not necessarily. So let's talk about what these numbers mean in sunscreen. And so you can make a decision on what you want to use. Now the SPF that we all hear about means sun protection factor. Okay? And that is how well a sunscreen protects the skin from the UVB rays. And I'll talk about the difference between UVA and UVB in a minute. Sunscreens in general will protect you from UVA and UVB, but the sunburn effect factor comes into the UVB rays. So it is a barrier. It's a physical barrier. Sunscreen is a physical barrier that provides, and for Young Living, a broad spectrum protection for our skin. And they also have particles in there that do not absorb into our bloodstream. I'll talk about that in a minute too. Many of the other over-the-counter sunscreens that you get are chemical barriers. So they are harming your body in the long run, even though they may be protecting you from sunburn. So, for example, SPF, we all think the higher number means it's the best. It depends on what you're doing. But like SPF 10 means that if you know you go out in the sun and in 10 minutes you're starting to burn, SPF 10 will give you 10 times more protection. So you have about 100 minutes between applications. If you have an SPF 50, then you're going to have 500 times, no, 50 times, no, 500 times, 500 minutes. But that's probably not realistic. So anyway, with that said, the mineral sunscreen that Young Living has still recommends that you do a reapplication every 80 minutes. Now, like I said, sunscreens are there to block the UVA and the UVB. The UVA is deep down into your skin. And when that gets damaged by the sun, it causes premature aging and wrinkles. The UVB rays affect the surface of your skin. So that affects the sunburn and can lead to skin cancers. So that's why both of them are important. You need protection from both UVA and UVB. Now the sunscreens that are made with mineral zinc oxide, which Young Living's sunscreens are, score very well on the EWG rating. The Young Living sunscreens are a 2 to a 3. Very, very good. All the ingredients that I looked up, very, very good. So let's talk about nanoparticles. Nanoparticles can absorb into the cells and be absorbed by your bloodstream, where they may have unknown effects. But the Young Living has non-nanoparticles in their product. So it's not absorbed. So that's the difference. But they both there protects you from the UVA and the UVB rays. And so when it's applied, the non-nanoparticles just stay on the top of your skin. It doesn't get absorbed down into the bloodstream, thus eliminating any concern about any harm to your body. So the Young Living sunscreens are over-the-counter certified by the FDA, and they can be touted as such, that they will stop sunburn, stop aging, and protect you from the sun. So what are the features of the Young Living sunscreens? Well, first of all, they're reef safe. Very important. You will go someplace, if there's a reef nearby, or maybe not even a reef nearby, that they will not allow you to be on their beach unless you can prove that you have reef safe sunscreen. And Young Living is. It also has high sun protection. It is recommended as an effective broad spectrum sunscreen, meaning that it's good for both UVA and UVB and not harming your body. It is non-greasy and it fast absorbs into your skin. It blocks both the UVA and the UVB rays. It's water and sweat resistant for 80 minutes. So that's why they recommend every 80 minutes you put on another application, because if you're out on this beach or you're just out in the hot weather, you're going to be sweating or you're going to be involved in water, so you need to reapply every 80 minutes. It does help prevent sunburn, you can say that. Smooth easily, doesn't have that white residue. Now I can tell you, you will have to do some rubbing sometimes to get rid of that white look, but it will absorb into your skin. It's formulated for those with sensitive skin, which is great. It's made with naturally derived plant products, and it is dermatologist tested and hypoallergenic. And they are formulated without any chemical barrier. You will not see anything about parabens or phthalates or synthetic dyes or synthetic preservatives or fragrances or petrochemicals in the Young Living sunscreen. So I'm going to talk about both of them because they have different ingredients, which I found to be interesting. And you, like I said, you apply every 15 minutes before you go out in the sun, and then you reapply every 80 minutes is the recommendation. Now, the SPF 50, and they look exactly the same. Okay, you have to really read down into on the bottle to understand which one's 50 and which one's 10, because that's the only thing that's different on the front. These are 3-ounce bottles, and the SPF 50 is $31 for a 3-ounce bottle. Lasts a long, long time. Even if I go away for a couple of weeks, I only need to take one of these. So it really lasts a long time. They both contain 7 oils. Now the SPF 50 has helichrysum, lavender, myrrh, cistus, ylang ylang, carrot seed, and sacred frankincense. And it also has 10 other ingredients. Of course, the most is the zinc oxide, and that's what causes the white look. It's a white powdery mixture, and has a long history as being a sun protector. The doctors call these sunscreens with zinc oxide like a physical sunscreen because it sits on top of the skin and physically blocks the rays. It's widely used in the broad spectrum sunscreens, and it's because it can be applied safely over and over again without being toxic or having any kind of allergic reactions. But it also has coconut oil, beeswax, And beeswax is very soothing, but it also helps it to stay into a type of form. It doesn't make it to be so runny. Has castor seed oil, which is a thick oil, and it's frequently mixed with other skin-friendly oils like almond, olive, and coconut to make it ultra hydrating. So that's where these things help your skin as well as protect your skin. It has the vitamin E, tocopherol, which we hear a lot in the Young Living products. Also has sunflower oil, seed oil, and that's it. You know, very, very plain ingredients that help to protect your skin. Now the SPF 10 is also has the same thing. It protects your skin. It protects you, prevents sunburn. It's hyperallergenic. It's reef safe. So it's all that stuff. It's $27.75, so it's a little bit less expensive. Yet it has more ingredients. I thought that was very, very interesting. It also has 7 oils, almost the same, except for ylang ylang, which is in the SPF 50. This one has Kananga, which I've never heard of before, and we don't have that oil that I know of in Young Living. So this one has 18 ingredients versus 10 ingredients, and this is over and above the oils. It does have 4 of the same ingredients that the SPF 50 has, that being zinc oxide, which is the primary ingredient, coconut oil, beeswax, and the tocopherol, which is the vitamin E. But it also has grapeseed, it has tapioca starch, which is a pH neutralizer, and it helps things to absorb for moisture. Also helps to reduce bacteria and reduce odors. It has hydrogenated vegetable oil, candelilla wax, which is a thickening and hardening agent, cocoa butter, which is to soothe your skin, silica, which is a naturally occurring mineral and keeps the shine down. So it mattifies your skin more than making it be real shiny. Has jojoba oil. That's again another good oil. Has sunflower oil. Has calendula flower oil, chamomile oil, raspberry seed oil, and another fruit oil. And most of these are for your skin to help you with your skin being soothed and moisturized while you're out in the sun. So when I look at these ingredients, I like the SPF 10 for the ingredients. Now, if I'm going to be out and about in the yard, I probably will use the 10 now that I know what's in it, and it's going to still protect me, and it's really going to help my skin. But probably if I'm out on the beach, or I'm going to be out for a very, very long time, I'm probably going to use the SPF 50 first. So it's up to you. I have both of them. I've used both of them. They both work well. I've always never burned with any of them. So that's what we have. So get yourself some Young Living mineral sunscreen for you, your skin, the environment, and enjoy. And I suggest you get it now. Make sure you put it on. If you haven't already done your March order, add it now. If you haven't you've gotten your order, put it on your April order. Get it before summer really gets here, because we know how popular products go out of stock very, very easily. So I have 3 of these on my shelf already. 2 50s and 1 10. So I am ready for the summer and fall. So if you have any questions, please ask me, and protect yourself, and I'll see you again next week. Next week I plan on talking about insect repellent. So I'm getting ready for those critters and to help you understand how it works for you on your skin. Bye.